Hey everyone, welcome back. Oof, it's been a little crazy trying to set up the stream. As you can see, the green screen is not set up, so I'm just gonna take a couple of seconds to do that, but I was already running behind. So I'd rather just start the stream and take a couple of seconds to do that while you guys are all here. Let's put that like so, come on. And in about 2 seconds, most likely my cat's gonna come annoy us, so we're gonna put her upstairs, if that is the case. How does that look? Yeah, sort of okay. Just... So how's everyone doing tonight? Sorry for the lateness, or at least lateness in setting everything up. It's been a little hectic. Had to go grab supper for the kids. Just got in. Forgot my beer. Gonna have to go get that right away after. And I was sort of setting up a new view too, because if you guys want to do like a sort of fake unboxing of the Scott Pilgrim stuff, fake because my daughter already opened it, so but we can still look at the box and all the contents that are normally in it. But I sort of set up a secondary close-up cam for that, so we can do that in a little while. Hey Tron, Danny, Juan, Jumping Bear, Andrew, I am good. How about you guys? It's another new beer that I tried this week. I'll show you guys the can when I got it. There's like 4 letters but I can't remember what they are like off the top of my head. But it's another one of it's by the same manufacturer that's been making the other beers. But personally, this one I'm liking a little less than the other weeks. But beer is beer, so never waste it. Gonna drink it nonetheless. Yeah, we're gonna do some fake unboxing. We will. Actually, it's funny because I already unboxed it on TikTok as well. Because since she had already unboxed it, I'm trying out some TikTok content, so I already unboxed it there. Give me just a sec. My mic's actually being weird. That should be better. I think I don't know if you guys can hear me better, but I see the sound going better now. So you're down for the fake unboxing, no problem. Anyway, we'll start up the game nonetheless for a little bit of background. But by the way, it is a good thing that Inked A Tale of Love did not win. Basically chapter 6 is bugged at the moment. I sent it into the developer, but there's one of the puzzles that stops you from progressing in chapter 6 of the game for the moment. So that's one I wanted to review for the channel, but I'll be getting back to it as soon as the developer lets me know if they're planning to patch it like ASAP. If not, well, I'll make a video saying that unfortunately it blocks at chapter 6 for the moment. But if you guys were looking into that game, I would say hold off for the moment. Make sure that they do patch it quickly. But it is a super fun puzzle game if you are into it. Just once they have it patched. And the worst is it's ported from iOS, if I'm not mistaken. And on iOS, that works fine. And yeah. So that's that. We're going to take this account because it's the only account that basically is not too far. So I was planning on starting from the beginning with a different character, because if you don't know this game, it saves your progress. So if you play story mode, basically your character is always the level that he's at, because there's like an RPG element to it. So it is a beat 'em up, but there's like a real RPG factor to it. And a lot of people actually that I see saying that the game is very difficult. It is very hard in the beginning. It's that the game never explains to you that there's a huge stat building like RPG mechanic to it. So we'll look at that tonight. But so that if anyone wants to pick up the game, you don't sort of get discouraged by the game being too hard. It's too hard if you don't basically buy the right upgrades. That's that. Okay, that's set up. That is on the fake battery. Put the light on. Give me a sec. So other than that, okay. Yeah, the intro is great. I think the sound's too loud though. Give me a sec. That is probably destroying your ears. So I'm going to just tone it down a bit. Yeah, like I'm sorry, guys. Normally I set this all up ahead of time, but I really got here like last second. Oh, Killy-donk. That's done. Let's see if we can just overlay the new camera. I want no, I want an audio input, video input, video capture device. Yeah, sure, let's call it 3. Away from there. Now the unboxing camera quality might be lower than my normal cam because I had to use like a backup cam. Oh, and here's my cat right on cue. So you guys should be able to see that in the corner. We'll do like a half screen thing because no, hold on. Let's reset it to properties. Let's get it in 1920. I think it goes to 1920, this one. Custom. Resolution. Let's go. Do it. Yeah. Come on. Boom. So, you guys see, I assume you're seeing the cam here with the cat licking her paws right next to it. Oof. So, let me just follow up here. Okay, you guys are talking about Baldo. Yeah. Personally, I would definitely hold off on the game at the moment. Do a cat unboxing? Yeah. Don't worry, she's unboxed already. She's been unboxed for quite a few years. So give me just a second. I will pop her upstairs. I will just grab the beer. It's going to be like 30 seconds. And we will look at what normally comes in the edition. The only thing that won't be in the box is going to be the cart because it's already in the Switch. I'm back already, so I know you guys can't see me right now, but I think the important part is seeing the unboxing. I agree with you, Andrew. Morbid is a good game. It's a good game, but like I said, if you looked at the last eShop Deals video, I was holding off till it hit 50% or more. I found it was a good game, but at $25, felt overpriced. And the previous deals they did, which were like 15 or 20% off, to me weren't feeling like a sweet spot for that game. But the 50% off they did started making like a lot of sense. So sometimes when I don't include games on the list, it's just because I have to do a judgment call if I think that the deal feels good or not. So there we go. So I got the Classic Edition, which is the one that looks like basically a huge Sega Genesis case. You got a really nice, give me a sec. My mic's like too far. Got a nice dust cover on the top of the box, but honestly, the artwork on the case itself is like the really nice part. Got basically artwork all around. And basically, it's funny because they even have like the same type of sort of plastic film that sometimes had like a little bit of a muddy look to it that the Sega Genesis had. So I actually really liked it when I saw that. It's the first time actually that I buy from limited run games, like more than just the basic type of games. And when you open it up, basically you are greeted with this little white cardboard box thing that is actually the only part that I don't know what it's for. So sorry if I get further away from the microphone, but when I'm trying to get the stuff on camera, so I actually don't know what this little box is for. I assume it's to put away the like contents of the case if you want to make sure to protect them or something like that. Or it might just be to not have any empty space in the box so that the stuff doesn't flop around in it while it's in transit, sort of. Now, obviously, you've got the Nintendo Switch case that is... You've got the Nintendo Switch case that is basically held in by the two clips that I just got it out of. We'll look at what's in the case after, but we'll just finish the contents of the bigger box first. So basically, these things pop right out. And underneath, you've got the soundtrack to the game, which is, as someone has already said, a pretty freaking amazing soundtrack. Like, this is a track that if you like video game music, you can easily pop in and listen to on a regular basis. Yeah, me too. I think it's just filler. I really think it's just filler. It's to make sure the box doesn't collapse, because since the box is actually so big, because it's like an oversized Genesis box, I'm pretty sure they were worried that if something heavy got put on top of the shipment, like the box would cave in. Then you've got like this basically series of stickers, which I will never stick on anything, and I'll just keep as is because they are really freaking awesome. And you got a unfoldable map of the fake Toronto that is basically featured in the game, which is basically, it's a map. Let me unfold it. Hold on. There we go. It's basically a map of like the areas in the game, because it actually corresponds exactly to the game map. So basically, you know, like you've got zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and where's 7? 7 down here. 7 down there. But yeah, so basically it corresponds to the game map that you can actually see the exact same map in game. So it's really awesome once again. Put this away, make sure to keep it properly folded, which is the tough part with these. So that is pretty much the extra contents that are in the bigger box. And then the case itself. Like I said, the only part that's not there is the cart, because it's in the Switch already. Sorry, man. This unboxing is really not going as smoothly as I thought, because I really have to find a longer cable for my mic for next time so that I can actually get it closer to me. But basically, you've got a fake ticket to Clash of Demon Head. This actually came in the box outside of it, but I decided to put it in the game case. It's the Scott Pilgrim. It's the collector's card for basically limited run games number 214. And then you've got a full instruction. You got a full instruction booklet that basically is modeled after a Super Nintendo booklet, which is awesome, because if you see the lettering down here, like it's the exact lettering from like the Super Nintendo. And basically in the booklet, I'll go through the pages slowly. I won't talk because I can't do it and be close enough to the mic. And basically, you've got the game map. So I'll put all that stuff away, and we are going to switch back to the game now. So it's a fake, like I said, it's a fake unboxing, unfortunately. When we are going to live stream on the 8th for the release of the Switch OLED, because if you guys didn't know, we'll do I'll have it set up way better than that, like way better. Okay, so let's put this off. There we are back. So yeah, because if you guys didn't know, for anyone who follows the channel, I took the whole day off on October 8th to go pick up Metroid Dread, the Switch OLED, and we're going to be doing both things. We're going to be unboxing the Switch OLED. I most likely am going to use the footage from that to do a separate video, and we're probably going to try to play at least 2 to 3 hours of Metroid Dread. Like basically, unless something crazy happens between now and then, that will be the game plan. And by the way, for anyone that does follow and that is interested, we finally got the results back from my wife this week, and it's nothing serious. She has kidney stones, basically, which is why she was in so much pain that day, where basically we didn't know what was going on. So she should be, like, it's not the best news, but it's also not like life-threatening, so that is much better. So beer is opening, and it is called HIPL. It is once again by the company called Unibrew, and it's a hazy India Pale Lager. Yeah, exactly. It's not the best news, but now that we have answers, at least we can sort of get back to normal. You know what I mean? You guys maybe know this, maybe didn't, but like last week's videos, although I did all of them, and I did with them with a smile, like, you know, I was happy to do them. It took my mind off stuff. I know they weren't the best videos in the world because it was weighing on my shoulders nonetheless. So I don't know if you could tell, but Wednesday's video, at least to me, felt a lot better because I was focusing only on the video. Like we were back to normal, and like, okay, we can focus on the video. Like, we're still worried because we don't know when she's going to pass it, because she didn't pass it completely. So, but, you know, it's not as worried when you're worried that someone you love, something serious is maybe facing them or whatnot. So, yeah. But now let's positive thoughts, get back to the stream. So, what I thought we'd do, like I said, is we'll start from the start by using a different character, because if you don't know, basically each character that you use in story mode sort of you can start over with. So the only one we can't use is Scott, so we'll use one of the other ones, because I checked all my accounts, and unfortunately each account I have has a story mode of Scott Pilgrim on it, because I probably played it all over the house and in handheld. So well, thank you. Thank you for the prayers, and thank you for everyone that wished well on her and everything. And you know, I got quieter about it last week because we were waiting for the results, and I sort of didn't want to jinx anything. You know, because sometimes if you talk about it too much, it is... that's it, yeah. So, great. Okay, now... oh, I am Tron. I think you just joined the channel. Thank you very much. Welcome to being a channel supporter. Thank you very much. It is very appreciated. So yeah, we'll get started quietly on the game. That way we can start looking at what we need to look at. Now, if you haven't played this game, the start is very rough. Okay, the start is the hard part of the game till you can actually start basically boosting some stats. If you guys ever do play this game and you don't want to bother with that and you just want to do it as an easy beat 'em up, there's Action Exploit where you can max out your stats like within the first half hour. Okay, so basically you can basically max out all your stats within like the first half hour. So I don't know, who should we take? Kim, Stills, Ramona, or knives or Wallace. I know I'm feeling a Wallace. Like I love the Wallace character from the movies and the comics, but I've watched the movies more than I've read the comics. I think I read through the comics once. Is there any preferences? I'm going to give you guys maybe a minute to throw out some names in the chat if you guys have a preference. But if not, I'm feeling Wallace for the moment. Oh yeah, that feels good. Second good part to streaming on a Friday: there's no limit on the beer I can drink. No work tomorrow. Squishy says Ramona. So we've got one Ramona. You guys will win out. So even if I'm feeling someone else or anything, I'll let you guys choose. We've got one Wallace, one really you choose. I don't really know. So we're one Wallace, one Ramona, one I choose. Anyone else want to weigh in before I basically break the tie? Another me I choose. So 2 I chooses means that I chose Wallace. So they'll count. Samus. Yeah, honestly, that'd be an awesome. If Nintendo wants to plug in Samus here, I'm all for it. What colors shirts do we have for him? Oh, we got another Ramona. So let's see. We've got Ramona, a Wallace, and 2 I chooses. And I chooses would be that, but you know what? We'll go with Ramona. I rarely take female characters just because of my own being a guy, but you know what? I'm feeling it tonight. Let's go Ramona then. Just changed my mind. So yeah, so if I get beat up a lot in the beginning, don't worry. It's going to get better once we get a few levels and once we get a few tactics in or items. Come on, guys. So, you know, if anyone really didn't know anything about this game, it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up with a pixel art style, an awesome soundtrack, and is based off of a comic series and also a movie for the people that know more the movie, but it was a comic series first. So basically, we have to beat the 7 evil X's, which are actually Ramona's X's, which is why it's funny. And if you want a small trick, you can sort of screen lock people to the side of the screen like this, where you can hit them infinitely at while you're playing. So if you want another trick for the beginning that, if you can do it, can help out, is that you can screen lock people like this and basically get some cheap kills. You just have to end up stopping at one point so that they actually die and drop their money. So, but like I said, even if the beginning goes a little rough sometimes, do not get worried in this game, because it's a weird paced game in this fact that you actually have to invest in stats. And basically, if you till you have those stats, it does feel a little clunky, if you will. Now, I'm playing on the easiest difficulty too, by the way, if you didn't see when we started out, just because, but the easiest difficulty, I would say, is still a decent challenge for someone who's just jumping into the game. But the basic reason why is because I want the stream to be fun, and I want us to focus on more like having fun with the game than me getting my butt kicked on a regular basis. But personally, I finished the game on the easiest and also the second easiest, like the middle difficulty. I've never attempted it yet on the hardest, just because it's hard enough in it by itself. Come on, dude. You also, when you gain levels, because if you saw I gained a level earlier in the game, that actually doesn't affect at all your stats. All it does is unlock new moves. And you can see the moves you unlock here. So now I have a dash attack, which I didn't have, which I can now use, which I've been mini abusing, if you will, because it is one of the better early attacks once you do get it. And it's important to pick up as much money as you can because that's how you're going to actually buy stats. No, but I mean, normally when you have a selection between male and female, because I personally am a guy, I generally identify better with the male characters, but I have no problem playing Samus. Don't worry about that. I love Samus as a character, actually. And I find it actually pretty badass that they made her a woman. I was going to say a girl almost, but that they made her a woman that early. Because if you look like back in the when Metroid first announced that Samus was a woman, it wasn't as open as today, where today a lot of main characters in games are female. So I find that that is one of the cool things about Metroid history. Now, by the way, when your health hits 0, it doesn't necessarily mean that you die automatically. You actually have like a second wind type mechanic based on how much gut points you have. So if you see, I haven't been using my special move at all, because early in the game, if you die, I recommend keeping your gut points to give yourself like some HP back in case you die. Yeah, don't worry, I know you were messing, Danny. I have a bad tendency that even if I know it's a joke, I sort of validate it. I feel like I have to answer it nonetheless. Come on. Oh. So yeah, you can actually pick up people as weapons and throw them and a bunch of stuff. Honestly, there's fun mechanics, but you're going to see that around level 5-ish and more is like with a little bit of stats, especially in your speed stat, is where it starts getting really interesting. Now Ramona just dropped. As you see, we got some back, but I hit the wrong button. So like I said, that was the second win mechanic that you saw there, where I died, but it didn't cost me a life. I just came back with about half HP. Now, we're going to hopefully get to the end of the stage without losing a life, because in the next part of the game, we can actually buy stuff to regen our life. If we do lose a life, by the way, continues are unlimited. You just have to restart from the stage you're at if you run out of lives, basically. But what gets frustrating sometimes is like trying to start a new stage when you only have one life left, because it sort of sets you up for failure. Which is why you still want to try and conserve as many lives as you can, obviously. Samus is the best. I agree. I am super happy we're finally getting a Metroid, and I'm even happier that it's a 2D Metroid. Not that I wouldn't have mind a Prime follow-up, but still, I'm more in tuned with the 2D ones. Also, what's going to really help in the game, and I don't know when Ramona's unlocks, is when we get a ground hit move. Basically, there's moves that you can actually hit the people when they're down, which we can't really do at the moment. Which is why I'm unfamiliar with Ramona, but eventually we'll get a move that will be a ground knock. This guy's getting annoying. He's blocking my heavy hits. So we've got $20 so far, which is not too bad. The dogs drive me crazy in this first stage. Okay, we got them. If you can pin them in a corner, you've just saved yourself a heck of a trouble, because when you have no moves like this at the beginning, the dogs are terrible. Oh no. Darn it, I think we just lost a life. Yeah, we did. Doesn't matter, it's not too bad. Like I said, we can sort of reset on the shopping district. Yeah, I am pre-ordering Sonic Colors, by the way. Yes, I did pre-order it, and I watched Alex's review today because Alex from Switch Corner got a review copy, which is really cool. And I mean, he said, like, he pretty much what we already knew, because Sonic Color is one of the better 3D Sonic games. So if you're into it, it's a good game all around. The 2D sections, I think he said, were a little clunky, but I'm still yeah, losing a life here is still way not as bad as Spelunky, but sort of not the same situation. Going into like a game like that blind, like I did the other week, and a game like this that I've been playing for a long time, just trying out a new character, is still way different. But yeah, Spelunky, I tried playing a few more hours, but I got a little better, but it's still going to take way more time. It's funny, I spoke with the developer because he's the one who said... It's funny, he sent out the keys directly. I didn't expect that. When I saw the guy's email, it's actually the developer directly, like it's him from his personal email that sent the review codes. So I sent him, I'm like, hey, if you want to watch my stream, your game kicked my butt. And he responded with a laugh saying that he hoped I enjoyed it nonetheless. And I said I really enjoyed it, that I have no problem with games beating me down from time to time. Anyway, he seems like a chill dude, which doesn't surprise me with that kind of game. Okay, I think I'm gonna start using my super move here because these guys are being pains. Oh no. Okay, now we're in hyper mode. So when you get hyper mode, basically you can lock down a character and you just basically punch spam, and you can get huge hit combos. Right now it looks a little boring because we have no stats, but when you've got stats with way more damage, it becomes really fun. You can get like 200 hit combos going. Oh man, thanks again, Tron, for a $6 donation. I will have a drink on you. And I'm not sure why my notifications aren't working, but I'm gonna look into that. Actually, I maybe have an idea. But I'm so sorry about that. I'll follow them in the chat, the notifications. So sorry about that for all of you that are sending out notifications. I'll read them out instead of having them pop on screen. Sorry about... I'll fix that for next time. But yeah, Sonic, I have a physical edition pre-ordered. I'm going to be picking up most likely day one as soon as it comes out. I do plan on doing a review for that one, because even if probably very few people are going to watch it, because I mean reviews are going to start coming out right now for people who have review codes. I enjoy Sonic way too much to not give it a review no matter what. Hopefully it'll be a good one, but it'll be a fair one no matter what, even though I really love Sonic. But it'll undoubtedly be a tiny bit tainted. Just because I can't help it. But yeah, so we're now in the shopping district. And like I said, this is where a lot of the stuff starts opening up. And this is actually where you can do the exploit. I'll take a few seconds. I'll catch up with chat and I'll explain to you guys what the exploit is here. So just before I'll explain the exploit, is that basically there's a code. If I'm not mistaken, it's the Contra code, because I only used it once like a few years ago, but it's very close to the Contra code if it's not exactly the Contra code. And what it does is it purposely kills you, and basically it kills you in exchange for getting $50 in the game. But $50 in the game is like a decent amount of money. And basically what happens after that is that if you buy a pack of gum before doing the Contra code, what the pack of gum does is that the next time you die, it doesn't cost you a life. It's like the next time you die, you get an automatic reset without it actually costing you a life. So basically all you do is you buy a pack of gum, you do the code to get $50. You buy another pack of gum, you do the code to get $50. And by the way, a pack of gum only costs like $1. So you do that 10 times and you basically have enough money to max your stats out. Because the biggest sort of thing that you eventually want to do in this game is you want to pay Scott's late fees. If you pay Scott's late fees here that are $504.25, you get to rent movies, which are the cheapest stat boosting items in the game. So basically what you do is you pay the late fees, and if you do it 10 times, with the leftover money, you have enough money to buy, I think it's the Shaolin movie, and basically you max your stats out. But I'm not going to do that today because I'm going to play the game in the fair way, which is basically trying to accumulate money and just basically going at it normal. The only thing is I'm gonna have to eventually buy stats. We're already gonna buy stats soon. I just would like to get to the sushi shop, but I'm low on life, so I just don't want to die. So I might have to buy like an item from a less efficient store. And that's the part where this game, I think... Oh, no. That's exactly why I didn't want to happen. That's the part where this game maybe misses out on a lot of people, is that it never explains to you that the only way to get extra stats are to buy stuff. And a lot of people think that buying stuff is just sort of to refill your health bar when you're low on health. But that's not actually it. Like, if you don't buy stats, I'm telling you right away, you're going to, like, max out at the second or third stage. Because basically after that, the game's going to become too challenging. So we have no choice. We'll buy something here. I don't remember which one does what. So we'll buy nachos. We'll see what it does. So 91 HP. So we're back on HP. We got 1 extra speed, 1 extra strength. Basically, your stats max out at 100. You can see them, if I'm not mistaken, in the overworld only. I don't think we can see our stats here. Oh yeah, we can. See, basically, these are our stats here. And as you see, now I have 1 strength and 1 speed because you start at 0. Your point is to max out at 100 for strength, defense, willpower, and speed. Yeah, I know a lot of people have played this game and don't know about stats. And I've had people, like when I suggested Scott Pilgrim, who've bought it, come back to me and say the comment, like, the game's way too hard, I can't play it. The problem is, when I'm not doing a video like this, I can't really explain to you everything I just did over the last, like, 15 minutes in, like, by responding to a YouTube comment. But basically, yeah, if you don't buy stats, your stats are always 0. Because gaining levels don't affect your stats at all. Because look, I'm already level 3, but my stats were still at 0. And you'll see, Tron, if you're even good to have gotten to level 3 without buying stats. Because normally if I don't stop if you don't grind it out a little bit, I even have trouble finishing level 2. So if you got to even level 3 without buying any stats, you actually did really well. And maybe after today you'll go back to the game and this will help you. We'll try and basically I'll try and show you as much as I can about what I remember exactly for the stats. But to be honest, if you saw the items don't tell you what they do, don't feel bad. I would just go get a cheat sheet on which item builds what stat. Okay, so like that's something you don't have to feel bad for. And if you go to the mart, snacks basically activate upon death. And this is where this is the chewing gum trick. You see, it costs 95 cents. And if you buy a pack of chewing gum, what that does is that the next time you die, it doesn't cost you a life. However, that's not what we're going to get. To me, the best one to have early game is the energy drink. It basically, instead of dying, I think it refills about like 3/4 of your HP. And it puts you in hyper mode, the mode where you saw me do that super punching combo. And basically, you see when you're gonna leave, Next to your health, you see where it says 91 at the top, there's a plus sign. That plus sign is, it tells you that currently you have a snack item that will activate upon death, basically. So as soon as your stamina hits 0, as your HP hits 0, the snack will go on. And here's the sushi bar. So the sushi bar is one of the best places for building HP, okay? Because you have stats, but you can also get to, I think, 200 max HP, if I'm not mistaken. And basically, these items will help you get your max HP. So the Rainbow Mackie, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the best. So heart points, gut points, XP 30, defense +1, speed +1, willpower +1. So it gives you tiny stats as well. But for the moment, we're maxed out because we can't get any higher HP for the moment. So we're gonna go grab some stat builders though. I'm not sure how much money we have left though. We won't be able to grab much at the moment. Like 1 or 2 items. Yeah. And just when I say that, that's when I start playing like garbage. So obviously, I normally max out strength and speed first, because I do find that those are the 2 that give you the best gameplay boosts. And this is basically where you buy your stat boosters. This in the library next door, or once you pay your late fees, like I said, the video store. The video store is the best. The only thing is you sort of have to make it to that $500 cushion first. And personally, I'm not going to grind out like 10 times stage 2 before making it further, so I just end up buying items elsewhere. It's not as efficient, but if you're not looking at speedrunning the game, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, yeah, so some do give you an idea, like Smashing Turnips says strength-inducing songs. So I'm pretty sure this one is the one that will boost our strength. See, so 64 gut points, 64 XP, and 8 strength. Can we disable the damage numbers? You know what? I've never tried, Andrew. Give me a sec. I don't think there's an option for, at least not in game. There doesn't seem to be an option to deactivate the damage numbers. Sorry. Well, sorry. It's not my fault, but I mean, if that's something that annoys you for the damage numbers, unfortunately, no. Ouch. That was a mega hit. Oh, no. Now we're in hyper mode, but hard punch, hard hyper mode. Come on, come on, come on. Like I said, at the beginning of the game, it sort of lasts too long because your stats are a little crappy. But as we get more speed and strength, it's gonna sort of feel better. There we go. Like I said, I'm looking forward to getting the move where I can hit people on the ground, because before that I find it does take a little long to like deal with just one guy at a time. Now at least we got the back hit, which was, I think, the last upgrade we got. So yeah, if you do start this game too and you find that combat feels clunky in the beginning, it's like voluntarily clunky. Because, like I said, you need those stat boosts, and you also need to unlock items. And I'm getting trashed. I forgot about this. So you see, it basically now my energy drink just got used. So that's why I basically boosted back up to 64. Oh, nice. Oh, and when you get a level, it refills your HP. Oh, dang. Now I think I need to use my super move a little more efficiently. We still don't have much stats, but... That god darn dog, man. The dogs drive me nuts early game. There. It's easier when you've got them alone. So how many out do you actually have this game? Like, is there only... Because I know Tron said they have it. And does anyone else have the game out there? And we just made it to the end of the level, first level. So now we're going to be in the subspace highway, which if you saw the movie is basically where Ramona uses to do her Amazon deliveries, because I think she was the Amazon girl, right? Like Bear. She's the female version of Bear out there. And basically, it's a decent place. You can get a little bit of money. And so if you're in the game, you also are going to want to return to the shopping district like periodically when you have enough money to buy stats. There are other shops further in the game, but honestly, I haven't put too much effort into finding all of them because I think there's one or two of them that are hidden as well. I just end up buying everything at the shopping district. You have the standard physical Tron, nice. Yeah, but even the standard physical is nice. And anyway, it's funny because the instructions in the standard physical, well, in the game, is one of the only places that actually talks to you about buying items and buying stats. So we're about to fight the first Evil X. I don't know if I'm going to check out the remastered Crisis series. I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting on a little bit of information about it first, and I think it's also going to depend if I get a developer code or not. Just because October is going to be a very expensive month for the channel with the Switch OLED and everything else coming out. Okay, come on. I'm on the wrong side. It's because normally I just go to the other side and I use a chair to hit them. Come on. Oh my god. Can't grab it there. Oh no, come on. I want the bench. I know I'm doing really bad, by the way. It's just that my normal strat is just to grab a bench and then beat them as they come by. And that's actually the first time that I ended that fight on that side of him. I didn't know it was such a pain in the neck to actually get to the other side. Come on. Oh my god, man, I'm doing so horrible. Come on. I'm gonna throw it instead. I know I've never had difficulty getting these girls down. Ouch. He's about to go hyper. Hey, we can't die on Matthew. Come on. Then he spawns these two. Should be almost down. There we go. Honestly, I don't want to be a downer, Andrew, but if we haven't heard anything new about Silksong, it's doubtful. The only maybe tiny glimpse of hope I would say is that if it comes out as a Switch exclusive and they do a direct in September, that is like the only opening I see where they could announce Silksong. King of Fighters Iori, I don't, off the top of my head, I can't remember. I've played King of Fighters, but I'm not the biggest fan. So I know like Terry and his brother. My God, that. But Joe, like Terry, Joe, his brother. I can picture him with the blonde hair and the crazy flying kick there. But I can't get his name at the moment. But not too sure. I can't picture Iori right now. But you're probably right. If you think once Kilos that that he looked like Yori, you are probably right because I like the King of Fighters series, but I've always been more of a Street Fighter guy. Come on. So there's another restaurant right here where we're going to be able to refill some HP. The only thing that's sort of annoying is that at the level we are now, without with only one life left, we're really just trying to get money because I don't think I'll be able to beat the boss as I am now. So we're going to basically buy a sandwich, and then our point is to get as much money as we can by the end of the stage so that when we game over and we continue, we can go back to the shopping districts and power up a bit. Ugh. Now we're on the movie set, so these are the movie parts. Because if you saw the movie, well, if you saw these are the movie parts of the game. Because her second boyfriend is the actor that was Captain America. What's his name? Chris Evans in the original movie. I'm really hoping I get to see Shang-Chi this weekend, by the way. I'm hyped for that movie. It's going to be, I'm hoping one of the good Marvel movies. I mean, they're almost all good, but I hope it's really, they really do him justice because he is a interesting character. You got your 2-year-old and 4-year-old into Street Fighter? That's awesome. New Street Fighter or old Street Fighter? Like, are we talking Street Fighter 2 Turbo or are we talking like Street Fighter 5? Now, this one's going to be hard. When you don't have any strength stats, these are crazy button mashers. The second one's even worse, where you basically, it's a throwback to Street Fighter. Like later on, we're going to have to do the same thing, but to a car. But it's like a throwback to where you had to break the cars in Street Fighter, because it basically breaks the same way. And when you don't have strength stats, it is rough. It is rough. I'm just going to say rough, because we're still going to manage to... Well, I don't know if we're going to manage to do it, but we're probably going to manage to pass it. We're probably going to have enough HP where we can pass it. So basically, that opened the door. In case you couldn't tell, that you throw it at the door and it opens it. So we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles style obstacles here, where we have boulders rolling. That was just really bad. Come on. So I'm gonna. So basically, that you saw. Basically, it's the same thing as we just did on the other side, but that time we actually got to see what the key does. So these guys are annoying because basically you knock them down, and then yeah, either they wake up and they're like out of breath, or they basically beeline for you and mow you down and are untouchable. Super Street Fighter 2 on the SNES, nice. They're starting with the classic, man. The classic. That's the right place to start them. Tron, your daughter tried Street Fighter and she gave up. Because she played Mortal Kombat and loved it because it's bloody, gory, LOL. Kids love violence. Well, yeah, but honestly, if you're asking me personally, violence in video games, no relation to violence in people. I've been playing crazy violent video games since I'm young, and I don't consider myself a violent person for whatsoever. And I know a lot of people that have never played video games and are worse than I am, I'm pretty sure. Nice. You tried to. My 2-year-old was destroying my 4-year-old and my wife. And when she finally lasted through the controller, she got mad at me. Yeah. Well, Street Fighter 2 is one of those games where you can get by button mashing until you play a real pro. Because Street Fighter 2 yet, the fighting system is still simplistic enough that you can get by button mashing till you fight an actual Street Fighter 2 pro. Well, when I say pro, just like a person that is really good at the game. Yeah, but that's all good, Juan, man. Those are some good games. They're maybe not deep combat systems, but they're still tons of fun. I recommend them each time because, well, if you haven't guessed, I am an anime fan. Like, I do watch anime and I like anime. And someone who likes anime, man, the Naruto Ninja Storm series is tons of fun. Like, it isn't good for someone who doesn't like anime. You know, like, it's not sort of a game that I would recommend someone who has tried anime before and hasn't liked it. But for someone who likes anime, I would definitely say grab it. So we're going to break this first because basically you have to break that to open the door. And as soon as we're going to open this treasure chest, it's like a trap. Basically, the wall's going to start closing in on us and kill us. So you have to sort of clear out the room first. And now I'm stuck. I missed $2, man. Sounds bad. Feels bad. And what's awesome is, if you don't know, this is all Canadian money in the game. When you see a gold coin, that's a loonie in Canada, that's $1. And those $2, like silver with gold in the middle, are actually what our $2 look like. Because here we don't have bills for $1 and $2. They are coins. So it's just funny being a Canadian playing this game too, because it's set in Toronto, which is the biggest city in Canada. And on top of it, it has all our money and a lot of references to Canadian culture and different things. Oof. We are getting manhandled again. That was bad. I thought they would get up faster, the two aliens. So like I said, till I get the knockdown mechanic, I sort of have to abuse the run smash, because it's like the best replacement till you get the knockdown attack. Actually, I should check. I might have gotten it, because I know I got a few levels and I didn't check what the moves are that I got. Oh no. These guys, like, they only take one hit, but they basically hit like a truck. And I personally just prefer grabbing an item and smacking on their heads. It's way easier. Now we're probably going to die soon because if I'm not mistaken, we're getting really close to the boss. And like I said, I don't think I can take the boss with my current stats. And this is the Street Fighter beat 'em up car. And the difference this time is we're actually going to have enemies at the same time that we have to deal with. Which is why, like I said, I don't think I'm going to get it. Come on. Yeah, we're not going to get it, so it's going to blow up and it's going to pretty much kill us. It's going to cost us a life. That just sucks when basically you need to... Because like I said, it's not even a fact that you don't button mash. Well, probably someone could button mash it that is quicker than I am. But it's mostly a stat thing at this time. There we go. Oh. Yeah, that was... We're at no lives now. Basically, once he gets a skateboard, he's dangerous. Oh, actually, man, we're doing actually really well. I'm not saying we're actually going to be able to do it, but we're doing way better than I thought we would be. Oh, no. Yeah, he hits like a truck. And it's like a combo. You can't really break out of it once he gets you. Basically, without the knockdown move, he's really tough. Because basically, most times that I end up beating him easily, it's because I get him in a good spot and I hit him a ton while he's down. But we're actually pretty god darn close. Oh man, we got him. I'm super surprised. Honestly, I was sure I was gonna die. Hey, 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 hey. No. No. Oh my god, what a fail. I didn't know that could happen. I didn't know you could still have a guy up after he died. I didn't pay attention. Oh my god, that feels so bad. I wonder if it's going to give me credit for finishing the stage. Let's find out. This has never happened to me, like dying after you actually beat the boss. It did not give me credit for finishing the stage. That sucks. Wow. Okay, so what we're going to do is, nonetheless, we're going to go back to the shopping district. We're just going to grab a few extra stats. We're going to go back and we're going to beat him down again. Because basically, if I did it with 1 life, we should be able to do it easily with 3. And I'm going to grab a energy drink. Yeah, I know. It's my fault. I totally dropped the ball in that one. Let my guard down. You don't let your guard down till your enemy is dead. Samurai combat, man. Never turn your back to your enemy. Did I get the low hit move? I'm wondering. I'm gonna check my moves after this because we actually might have the ground hit move now, though. Yeah, we do. Nice. So we might. I'm hoping that it's the same as with Scott, and I can now hit people when they're on the ground. Yeah, that's the mini mart. So we are going to grab another energy drink. Yes, we want it to go. No, nothing else. So we're gonna grab some sushi. I'm pretty sure. Actually, let's get this one because it's cheaper, and I want to have as much money available for my stats. Hey! No, dude. I'm forgetting to try to hit him when he's down. I think I'm a little tilted because of that. Really, I was super happy to beat him, man. I was like, dang, I did good. And then I did terrible. So let's go back in here. We're going to grab another smashing turnips for some more strength. So more gut points, more XP, more strength. Anything else? Yes, I want speed, which is... I think it's Winifred Haley. Ugh, I'm going to buy it, but it might be the wrong one. It was defense. Which one's speed then? Do we have enough left? Space-time continuum? I'm guessing it's this one. Did we get the right ones? I forgot. Status. Yeah. So we're at 18 strength, 11 defense, and 12 speed. Now you'll see the character is going to start moving a lot more fluidly. Like, I don't know if you can already tell. I can tell because I'm controlling her, but she's moving way more fluid. And she's doing way more damage. And here... her ground move doesn't seem to be hitting him. Oh yeah, there. So now you can hit the people on the ground, which basically cuts down on fight time a lot. So now we're just going to leave the stage. Yes. And we're going to go back to the movie set. How do I know what items to buy in stores? Because I've bought them before. But if you honestly don't, I wouldn't feel bad like using a cheat sheet. Like online, if you like type Scott Pilgrim stat items, I'm pretty sure someone's made a list of which item gives exactly what. I would definitely not be surprised if that exists. The only thing is I've never actually figured out how to not get hit by these guys. Oh, well, yes, I can do that. So you guys will see right away like how much faster most likely a lot of these fights are going to be. But ultimately, there aren't that many items as well. So like I said, if you play once And you could even make a cheat sheet yourself. Like you buy one item, you say, okay, that's the one that gives you strength. You buy an item, you say that's the one that gives you speed and whatnot. So like now I remember that basically the one that says time space continuum whatever is the one that gives you speed. Yeah, give me just a second. My daughter wants to talk to me. Oui, bébête. Non, je suis là. Est-ce que quoi? Ben, viens t'asseoir ici. Prends ça, amène. C'est correct? Amène tes écouteurs, ma bébête. Sorry about that, guys. So, that's my daughter's going to probably come down with us. So, not sure she's going to want to come on camera. Maybe I'll get her to say a little hi. But she's scared to be alone upstairs because I think my wife went out for a while. So, she's going to come down so she doesn't feel alone. And yeah, sorry if anyone didn't know, I that was French. If you guys were wondering what I was saying for a while there, it's just because basically my kids speak French primarily since we live in a French province. So, and my wife is French, so that's why that was that. So as you see, we're doing way more damage. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot, but like an extra 5 damage per hit is like big in this game because as you see, these little dinosaur guys only take like 2 or 3 knockdowns now instead of taking like a 5. Honestly, like I get where you're saying, Bear, but I mean 2-3 minutes on camera. Honestly, like if you think about it, the way I think about it is that basically if people put their kids on like any social media site like Facebook or whatever, like it's no worse than putting her on camera for 2 minutes. Like, but I'll see if she wants to, and it's not like I really want to, but I'm not super worried on that end. I mean, nowadays, if someone really wanted to find out whereabouts I'm from and stuff, I'm pretty sure people could figure out a big part of it. But I get what you mean, and I mean, that would be... For people that would not feel comfortable, I totally respect that as well. I'm just... She wouldn't become part of the show, though, because that would be a little much, but, I mean... She wants to say hi. I'm not going to stop her from popping and saying hi just because she's going to find it funny. C'est correct. Mais juste assure-toi que le chat il saute pas sur mes choses, ok? So, no. We got hit by the crazy guys. No. And they hit like a truck. It is really insane how hard they hit. They hit you like 3 times for 5 damage per hit. It is, like for this game, that is a lot. Yeah, but honestly, I wouldn't put her in 2-player co-op in this game. Because even though it is a beat-em-up, it's a little bit more of a, I would say, technical beat-em-up. Hey, man, I'm locked on the dude because I'm in hyper mode. Get off me. Oh, we're gonna fail it. No, we got it. Oof. Last second. I was scared we were gonna fail it because it kept locking me onto the dudes instead of hitting the car. Okay, so we should get through him this time. Like, there's no reason now with 3 lives, and we still have the energy drink as backup, unless, did I use it without realizing? No. So we still have the energy drink as backup, and we have 3 lives. So I can't see how this time we are not going to beat him. And plus we can hit him on the ground now. That's true. I keep forgetting now that Ramona has the ground hit. Oof. And he just welched on. Basically, when he does his skateboarding moves, the thing is to be there when he gets right out of the skateboarding move. So he should be getting out of skateboard move right up here. Dang it. Now he's going to get down out bottom right. It's going to cost us a life, but that's still not too bad. And we can still hit him on the ground, which is good. And there we go, man. I actually have not played DuckTales Remastered. Scott, that is a super good question. And I am super sad that I never played DuckTales Remastered. Is it available on the Switch? I'm really not sure if it's available on the Switch. I don't think it is. If someone knows or corrects me, let me know. Because if DuckTales Remastered is now available on the Switch, I know it was on PC, like on Steam, and I think it came back. But that is a game that I definitely want to play. I played the original DuckTales, but never the remastered. So we are done stage 2 now. We are going to be moving on to stage 3, which, if I remember well, is Clash at Demon Head. I would say the first 3 stages I know pretty well because it's like the stages you get to like almost no question in every playthrough. Sorry about that, guys. The dog is down here as well. You guys want to see the dog? Amène le chien ici, mon bébé. Amène-le ici 2 secondes. Mimi. My daughter's got... She didn't hear me. She has her earphones on. I wanted her to bring the dog down. But next time. Next time. Yes, dog? Go get... Va chercher le chien. Wait, she's gonna go get him. Before we start the next stage, we'll take like a 2 to 3 minute break and get the dog. Hey, I'm super happy, by the way. I fixed my Zelda cap. My Zelda cap, the button at the top, the squashy, whatever, squatchy. Ah oui, mais c'est correct. Amène-le ici. Tu l'amèneras en haut après. This is Damon. He is my little sausage dog. He's a semi-long-haired teckle. I don't know if it's the same thing in English, but in French it's a teckle. I think it's the same breed of dog. But yeah, this is Damon. So when you hear that annoying barking, and the reason why filming my videos takes twice as long as it should, is this little guy right here. Because every time he decides to bark or talk, well, it's another take, isn't it? So yeah, that is Damon. Okay. Bye-bye, my good big. Merci. There you go, babe. So you all got to meet the dog today. You can finally put a face to the barking. So yeah, let's try and move on now. How much money do we have actually? Thank you. We love our little Damon, even though his barking gets annoying sometimes. We have $52. I think I want to go buy a few more stats before we move on. And we're going to try and... I might buy some more defense this time, though, because taking less damage from hits is always good. And actually, we're going to buy another energy drink. We're going to basically refill, because with 2 lives, if we get the energy drink, I'm thinking we could finish like the next stage on like without taking a continue. But like I said, continues in this, I would say if you try the game, never see it negatively. It's just a chance to go and stat up, because when you continue, you keep the money you accumulated. There we go. Now Tex-Mex, that we don't want. The mini mart. Nope, nothing else. So there we go. Sushi bar. We are gonna another Ikuradon. Max up on our HP. So basically, like, you have to see this game as a RPG beat 'em up, because basically, if you're having trouble with a stage, all you can do is grind it out and basically get your stats up. And then basically, if you're having, like I said, if you really want to just have a straightforward beat 'em up experience where you can just sort of play through the beginning to the end without stopping, you just use the exploit to max out your stats at the beginning. The only warning I'm going to give you guys if you do that is that till you hit like stage 6 or 7, you'll almost have like 0 difficulty at that point. Like everything, the game will seem way too easy if you do that. Unless you're playing obviously at like higher levels. Next stream is the cat, no problem. Yeah, I've actually shown her on stream one or 2 other times, but obviously you're not going to watch a whole 1.5 hour stream to see the 10 seconds that she was in the camera. But yeah, no problem. Next time I'll let the cat come and see us. So come on. These guys are annoying, and I went too far, didn't I? Hold on, we're gonna have to work our way back, because I'm pretty sure we passed the I wasn't paying attention, and we passed the store. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was here, right? Yeah, the music store. So smashing turnips, we want some more strength. There we go. And there's also some items that actually right now doesn't come to mind that really boost your XP a lot. So if all you want to do is like unlock the moves right away, there's some that give like, I think 500 XP or something like per item. It's like there's an item for almost everything you want to boost in the game. And then Winifred Haley. There we go. And it nonetheless, it sounds like a lot, but it's actually not that long. Because if you look, we're already at like 26 strength, 21 defense, and 20 speed. So, and we maxed out 100. So we're already a quarter of the way there on like 3 of our 4 stats. And we've still got a few stages to go, and obviously the money goes up as you do stages. So we're probably going to get to the end of stage 3, and I'll put Scott Pilgrim back in next week's vote, like with whatever else games we have between now and then that like sort of pop up. And if you guys want to play through Scott Pilgrim all the way through again, we can do that this time. Like, I don't think we would need more than like one more stream to get through it. And basically, I'll know that on this account, the Ramona game is the Scott, is like our game. So if I do play the game in between, I'll use a different account or a different character at least. Now, this stage, to my memory, like, we start getting a lot of people at once, though. So we're gonna need to start using our super move more regularly. Because basically, I haven't really shown it to you, but every super move in this is a crowd clearer. It basically hits all around you at the same time, but it uses the blue power up there under your HP. It uses up some of that basically to do the super move. There's like money behind here. Now, oh yeah, the bouncers. Oh my god. There. See, like, basically, Ramona spins her purse, apparently. That's her super move. Basically, it hits everyone all around you. Like, till this stage, you don't really need it that much because you have few enemies and you can sort of always get them to the same side of the screen. So you can keep more your that blue bar for refilling your health meter when you do hit 0. But here it starts making it way worth it. Oh my god. And these guys are cheap sometimes. There we go. There. Now we can actually unleash a decent combo. I need to get down that different grip from when you're mashing, like the sort of claw grip there that some people use. But it's not like Mega Man where you can actually double button mash like Mega Man X. Oof. So at least we got our energy. Well, we had our energy drink, so it sort of kept us from losing a life there. Well, actually, no, that would have only been our refill, wasn't it? I was hoping we'd get closer to the boss before I would use up the energy drink, though. But still pretty decent. Yeah, I know I've been looking at doing that too, Juan, like trying to do some stream time on like the actual games that I'm recommending in eShop deals, which is one of the plans that I have. I'll talk to you about it in a couple of minutes, but there's also another thing I want to do, and I actually, currently, the problem is I don't know how to do it. In the sense that I don't know how we can set it up, and if anyone has an idea, I'm going to say send it to my email because I honestly, like, it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. You see, I had no blue bar, so I got, like, no HP back. So, unfortunately, we're going to, like, lose a life here. Like, any second. As soon as I get hit. Unless I actually get a level, like, in the next 2 seconds, which I didn't. Yeah, I know. I saw Kua. Like, I saw the title to the video that he was playing Sonic, and I was like, darn, man, I'm working. I can't watch it. And, like, this was definitely a work day where I could not, like... I couldn't even put a stream, like, in the background. Like, sometimes I can do that. Like, if I'm working on, like, paperwork stuff, or I can put a stream in the background and just while I'm working as like, noise. But yeah, I couldn't today. It was an intense day at work where I was very glad when the day was over. Okay, now we've got the grab move. So now we can grab someone at any point, though. So it's not only when... Yeah, well, I don't mind playing Sonic Colors. I'm like I said, I'm going to review it. So I'm most likely, like, by Friday, I would assume I've already finished the game once. But we could definitely play it, like, a second time on stream. Like, it was going to be in the choices. Like, I was going to offer it up because... I mean, a lot of people are going to be excited for that game. So even if I review it, some people are going to enjoy seeing it live, most likely. So that's something that I will most likely put in the choices, no questions asked. Oh no, not a dog pile. That is one of my least liked mechanics in the game, though. The whole dog pile thing, like, especially because it sort of pops up at random times and you're never actually 100% sure why whatever happened just triggered a dog pile. But we're definitely having a little more trouble with this part of the game because we're starting... Like, the fact that my damage is still a little low is starting to hurt us because I'm not eliminating these guys in one, like, combo. I'm at 0 and we already leveled, so now it's pretty much, like, 0 chance that I can get out of this by leveling. Ugh, so close, man. I used up, once again, all of my blue bar there. That's why controlling your blue bar is super important, but I'm not doing it that well at this point. Because, like I said, it also determines how much life you get back when you die. Ugh. That's gonna suck. We're at 0 lives. Oof. Sorry guys, I'm not following chat right now because I'm trying to focus on getting through this more intensive section here. Because if we can actually make it past this stage, like now, would actually be pretty nice. But I'm not thinking it's gonna happen. Wait, come on. It's in the, if you look at the channel page, like if you go to like my channel homepage, there's an info page and you can find a spot there to get the email for the channel, which is an email that I know a lot of people don't actually use it on YouTube, but it is an email that is really there. Like, obviously, unfortunately, if you start sending me emails like how's your day going and all that, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to answer like at every time, you know what I mean, like right away and stuff like that. But it is nonetheless an email that is there for if you want to contact me because you have a game code that, you know, like a hookup or something, or if you know someone that's whatever, you can always send stuff to that email. It's there for that. So yeah, we got beat down by the boss like pretty hardcore because yeah, there was no way with the life I had left and anything that we were going to get very far. So um I think we are going to, well, we're going to go power up. We're going to go buy some stats again because I'm sorry guys, that's the game at this point. We have to sort of grind it out till we are strong enough. But what I wanted to say just before we go by the stats is another idea that I actually had that I really would like to do in these streams from time to time. And like I said, I'm looking at possibly extending the stream time, but it is a little rough with the family situation and school starting. And, you know, I've said it a few times already, but I'm trying to find some extra time. Is I would like to basically, you guys can choose any sort of like eShop game, like let's say $15 or less, and I try whichever game I sort of haven't talked about yet that I don't already have. Because if the game that you guys want me to try is a game I already have that I already know is bad, let's say, and that's why it isn't in the eShop deals videos, I would like just tell you guys, oh, we're not going to play that because I already know it's bad. I have it. I didn't like it. That's why it's not in eShop deals. But basically, I would like to do a way where you guys can actually tell me which games you would want me to try, because either they've never been in eShop deals and other people aren't trying them, or other people aren't talking about them. And that way it sort of puts you guys in the situation of, well, pretty much what I do every week, where I look at games that look interesting, try them out. If they turn out to be good, I put them in eShop deals. If they turn out to be bad, I put them to the side. And now sometimes I'll put them in the avoid section. If it looks like a game that I think might attract some type of people, but in the end shouldn't, I'll put them in the avoids. Now, the problem with that is if 100 people send out, and that's why I say I don't know how to do it, is that if 100 people send 100 different games, and I don't think it would be 100, but let's just say 15 people send 15 different games, to have someone vote on which one we actually want to play after is going to be rough, because the polls in YouTube lock you down to 5 possibilities maximum. So what I need to do is sort of find a way where people can submit games, and I can sort of take maybe like the 5 most common ones that more than one person has suggested, and that put it down to like a more general vote. But the way is, how do I get you guys to send in the games that you want to see? You know, like in an efficient way where I can easily track down the list and say like, okay, 5 people want to see this game. You know, let's put it in the choices. Oh, 10 people want to see this game. This one is definitely in the choices. Oh, only one person mentioned this one, maybe in the future. And that's where I'm trying to sort of try and find a way where we can get that in like a better way where you guys can just submit any game you would want to see. Because I can still go through the eShop and choose out 5 games that I am wondering about. But I think it's even funner if it's games that all of you, the regular viewers and everything, are wondering about. So anyway, I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if anyone has an idea of a system or a way that we could actually get for people to be able to suggest any game. Because basically unless I would do like a Survey Monkey and say like, enter the name of the game. You understand what I mean? And that like just an open field with like, which game do you want to see? And you type the game in. It's going to be hard. And the thing is that for me to search through the answers later, like if I get like 25 answers, it's doable. But if one day I start getting like 250 answers, if 3 people wrote the same game, but in different ways, you know, with different spellings, it'll be hard for me to like easily cycle through the results. Because basically I won't be able to get them, you know what I mean, like compiled. But if anyone has a better idea, or if they know a program that is better than that to do it, without obviously me having to type the name of each and every game onto the eShop previously, you know what I mean? Because like, you could make a database with every eShop game and be like, click on the one you want. But that's like undoable. It's just not not feasible. But yeah. So if anyone has an idea, send it to the email. And if not, like I said, I might try that plan, see how it goes. Like do a Survey Monkey and say like, guys, click here, say what game you would like to see for next week, and hopefully have the same one in Google Forms. Yeah, that's when I said Survey Monkey. Yeah, that's the idea I had, because like at work we use Google Forms for that type of stuff, but it's like generally easier because there aren't as many eShop games. Like there aren't as many options as there are eShop games on the eShop, you know what I mean? But yeah, I could do just like an open text field, type in the name, and hope that people write the game relatively similar, where I can actually search through the results. And like I said, at the beginning, if there's only like 50 people that actually submit games, it'll be easy for me to do. You know what I mean? Like 50 results aren't tough for me to look through one by one and sort of put them in the same categories when it looks like it's the same game. I'm just sort of trying to think future-wise, like long-term, if one day I start getting hundreds of submissions. Yeah, exactly. There's nearly 6,200 exactly. But like I said, you know, that is we'll see. We'll see. I'm mulling it over. But it is what the other thing that I did want to do is, like I said, do a stream where we purely try the games that we are suggesting currently on the eShop videos, so that if anyone is like, oh, I'm really on the fence about this game, that maybe it can push you over the fence or under the fence. I don't really think that you can say that, but to know, you know, do I pick it up or not? No, we don't want anything else. So now we are gonna grab some more stats here. Are we a little short on money? Yeah, we are. We don't have that much. I'm still gonna get more strength because strength is always good. Yeah, we're gonna get some speed as well. So now we're starting to level up. Like, I don't know if you're seeing now, like, basically our character's controlling better. These random normal guys are just like a couple of hits now. It's not like a... I don't know if you remember when we went through the stage at the beginning of the game, but these guys would, like, I'd have to knock them down like 2 or 3 times to be able to get through them, and I got hit by the bus again, man. Wow. That was just weak. Okay, we're gonna have to go buy another energy drink because of that, and actually Maki. Okay. Hold on, we're gonna have to... That felt super bad. Yeah, I'll look into the Google Forms then. I'll look at Google Forms if we can do something there. Like I said, if anyone finds anything, like even if you find it yourself in Google Forms and you want to send me like the whatever, you can always do that. But if not, I'm gonna look into it. I'll try and take some time on the weekend. The only thing I didn't realize by putting our streams on Friday is that, like, as soon as we get off stream, I'm gonna have to finalize eShop deals for tomorrow. It's fine. It's just it just makes like a crazy Friday, which is still nonetheless good, because honestly, the first few times streaming was stressful for me because, you know, wasn't used to doing it. Didn't know how people would react. I didn't know we were going to have such an awesome community where everyone was chatting and, you know, getting into it and whatnot. But now it's like really relaxed and laid back and easy. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna end here for tonight, though. Okay, so I know the last few times I've been ending more around 7:30ish, but just for a first time, I sort of want to get my eShop deals going, get the how you can like get the flow down, and then future times, though, I do think we're going to end more around between 7:30 and 8, because the other positive thing is that no school tomorrow, no work tomorrow. If I do want to extend the streams next time, we'll do that. The only thing I'll do is I'll sort of make sure I do more of the eShop deals in the on Thursday, basically. It sort of didn't click to me till I actually fell to today that, oh darn, man, I've got to do everything after. And I always start on Thursday anyway doing it. I'll just shift more of it to Thursday, less of it to Friday, so that my night is a little bit less hectic. Thank you very much, Tron. Thank you once again so much for the donation as well, and welcome as well as a new channel supporter. I'll add your name to the credits of tomorrow's video, so you'll be there. And you weren't already there, were you? It's because I'm like, give me a sec. I'm saying like new supporter, but I'm like, I know I saw the thing, but I really thought you already were. Maybe I'm just mistaken. Come on. Wow, the internet's slow because I'm streaming. It's crazy. Oh no, you weren't. So yeah, welcome, man. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure. I don't know why I was sure you already were. Yeah, that's why. I think that's why. It's that you're so active on the channel that your name is just like one of the names that I recognize like right away. And I beat you yesterday. By the way, I was first on the Videotron. Haha. Just teasing you, man. But streaming on Saturday would be really tough with the kids, and would be really tough convincing Mrs. Maple. Scotty, just to be honest, like streaming on the weekends, like weekends would be rough trying to convince Mrs. Maple, because it's already the fact that I sort of finalize eShop deals on Saturday morning is a little bit I'm not gonna say iffy, but you know, sometimes if we have something planned during the day, she's like, come on, get it done. And I'm like, yeah, I'm finalizing stuff. Because I generally have it ready by Friday, but sometimes in the morning I have to finalize it. And on Saturdays, I do try to answer comments a little bit more than usual, because I'm not working when the video comes out. But yeah. You got first one today, yeah, I know. That's because yesterday, it's funny because I watch a lot of Mad Little Pixels videos, and I don't know why, but I sort of opened the YouTube page when his video actually came out like 3 seconds before. I've never seen that before, where it actually says under a minute, like it says like 13 seconds ago. Clicked on his video, and since I never get first to any video, I just put first. And it was just so funny because the next person that's like, how dare you beat me, is Tron. He basically answered my first comment by how dare you beat me on Mad Little Pixels video. Which is it's a guy I actually love to watch his videos, just because he's so chill. Like I like watching his videos because he's like just so laid back and chill. And I like YouTubers that are more like real chill and whatnot, which I try to be as much as I can, but I think I'm still getting used to it personally. I try to be as like laid back and whatnot, but because he's really good, I think, at ad-libbing. I don't think he what you may call writes his videos ahead of time or anything. And either he's a really good editor, or he does a lot of takes, or he's just a natural at like talking easily when it's not an actual conversation like now. Because doing a YouTube video and having everything flow nice is, at least for me, it's still takes a lot of brain power, still takes a lot of concentration and whatnot. And if you saw eShop deals for like a 20-minute video, I record for about an hour to an hour and a half still of takes, and I say something and I don't like how I say it, and you know, sometimes after 10 times I'm like, you know what, it's maybe not perfect, but it's the one I got. But anyway, so as I said, as usual, guys, thank you everyone for coming, and I will though try and work on a more frequent streaming schedule once things get settled, and you know, who knows, one day if the channel grows enough where I can actually replace some work time with YouTube time. That is something that I'm hoping to get to that point, or one point where I can actually say like, hey boss, I'm working 4 days rather than 5, and that 5th day becomes like YouTube day, where, you know, I can really push content that right now I don't have the time to do, or just an extra stream day or anything like that. But hopefully one day we'll get there with the channel. But yeah, I've said it like 3 times, but yeah, happy weekend have a good weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked seeing Scott Pilgrim. I hope that if some of you were on the fence about the game, didn't know about the upgrade system, had tried it, found it too hard, that this helped you a little bit to maybe not be scared of this game. And as usual, I hope I see all of you in either my next video or the next stream.